All right, people. What up? It's your boy Chib from Gooner Eagle Eye coming to you again with a preview video of the Preston versus Arsenal game, the FA Cup tie on my birthday weekend. I'm going to keep this real brief because my wife is very mad at me at the moment for not spending time with her. So I'm going to do that right now. In the meantime, let me just say, Arsenal, I need you to win. I don't need embarrassment. And the reason I say that is because in my review video, I'm going to be doing it with a Preston fan that you guys know. If you've been watching my videos from the very get-go, you'll know that there is a Liverpool stroke apparently Preston fan called Robbie Richmond, who I'll be doing the review of the game with. And I can't afford for that to be anything less than a win. Because I get the feeling a smug Robbie is not going to be a pleasant Robbie. So please, oh please, Arsenal, if you're not going to do it for my birthday, at least do it for the fact that I won't have to face a smug Preston fan who honestly believes that Preston will win. So we don't have a great record against Preston either. So that does worry me. People forget that. I also don't think this will be a particularly easy game. I feel like we're not particularly high on confidence at the moment. Something that in our team is just not clicking. You've got people who have randomly disappeared with supposed illnesses. And I guess team selection will be quite interesting to see what people will think. Oh, by the way, let me say this very quickly. Let me thank two people before I continue going on. I was on two people's shows last night. Liam show, which was hosted by actually Colin, because Liam was feeling a bit under the weather, although Liam was part of the panel on the Gooner News TV. Thank you, Liam, for having me on. It's always great being on there. And secondly, I had a bit of a lively debate with a Spurs fan on Shoot the Defence. I made my Shoot the Defence debut. That was really interesting to be on with Stal and Louis. Thank you guys for having me on. Pleasure getting to know Louis. You guys have seen me speak to Stal before. And yeah, if you're not aware of Shoot the Defence, go and check it out. Google it, go and check it out. It's a really good listen. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So in terms of the Preston Arsenal game, I do feel like it's going to be a hotly contested game. Don't expect us to batter this team. Like, I don't think that will happen. Going up to Preston, it'll be cold, probably very windy, conditions that Arsenal players don't like. And I think given that, we probably need to pick a team that almost to be able to compete against what I expect will be a very difficult to break down team. So with that in mind, I think Ospina goes in goal for this. I know Wenger likes to rotate his keepers for various different competitions. I've got this feeling he might play Martinez. I'm still not convinced by Martinez, but I'm definitely convinced by Ospina. I think Ospina has been impressing me for about 6 months or so. I think he's played really well. I would say let's play him for this. To be perfectly honest, I think he's closing the gap to Czech, never mind Martinez. So I would say let's play Ospina for this. I've seen people say let's rush Bellerin for this game. I wouldn't. I expect Wenger to probably play Gabriel at right back, but I would play Maitland-Niles. I think let's start to blood this kid in. He's very good. The last time he played really well. So I'd play him right back. I'd play Mustafi in central defence. And it sounds harsh, but I'd probably play Rob Holding instead of Gabriel. And the reason I do that is because there is this doubt over Bellerin as it is, so we might need Gabriel probably in the next few weeks. Plus, Gabriel has played a lot of games recently. And if there is a doubt over Koscielny. We may need Gabriel later down the line to play alongside Mustafi. So I'd say rest him for this game. Play Holding. Holding's always looked impressive whenever he's been on, and I would say this is the type of game that you play him. In terms of left back, I think you go with Monreal. Don't even think about going with this new signing of ours. Go with Monreal. I think he's our only left back. And actually, to be fair, the last couple of games have been quite impressed with Monreal, which is a rare thing for me to say this season. So, yeah, I say go with Monreal. We need to just keep going here. On the right, I'd play Ox. I think Ox should have started against Bournemouth. He definitely starts in this game for me on the right-hand side. In the centre, now this is where I'm going to cause a lot of controversy. I'd play Xhaka, of course. But who would I play alongside Xhaka, considering my rants against Ramsey lately? Well, actually, I'd play Chris Willock. I honestly would. I don't give a damn how much crap you guys give me. I'd play Chris Willock. I really would. I think he'll give us a lot of energy. I think he will really give us a lot of enthusiasm. And I think you need to start blooding some of these players in. We do have a central midfield problem. So I feel like the time is now to start trying to kind of blood some of these kids in. And Wenger, for the FA Cup, does generally like to play an experienced team, but it does like to mix and match it with a kind of a youthful kind of energy somewhere in the midfield. So I would actually put that youthful energy in, but I'd do that and get alongside Xhaka. Now, who am I kidding? I know Wenger's going to start Ramsey in that middle, and there's probably a good argument somewhere. I don't know what the argument is, but there's probably a good argument somewhere to start him alongside Xhaka. And I know that's the partnership that a lot of people feel will be the future going forward. I don't, I must admit. But if he does against Ramsey, what can I say? But I personally would start Willock alongside Xhaka, or you could rotate Willock if people feel that Willock is a winger. You could rotate Willock with Ox, but I'd stick Willock in the middle. And then as in the number 10 role, I'd put Iwobi as a number 10. I think I can't see Ozil making that game. And to be honest with you, against Preston, that's exactly the type of game Ozil won't turn up for. So I feel just take him out of the fray. I think he is facing a lot of criticism at the moment. I feel like the game against Swansea represents a new opportunity for Ozil to come back fresh. He would have had a 10 days rest. So I feel like Swansea would be a better game to introduce Ozil back in. But in this game, I would put Iwobi as the number 10. On the left, I would actually start Mr. Welbs. I'll start Danny Welbeck on the left-hand side. Apparently, he's raring to go. Saw some encouraging quotes from Wenger saying that how he's a naturally impatient guy and how he can't wait to get started. So I'd play him on that left-hand side. And then up top, I'm going to assume he's good to go. I'm going to assume he's ready to go. I would actually play Perez. I would not play Giroud. I think Giroud is in form. Would need to probably look after him a little bit more. And I feel like Giroud as a plan B against a tired Preston defence, if and probably when we need him, I think that would be a good plan B. Let's start Perez up front. Or even if you want to rotate Perez and put Welbs up front, that would be good too. I think Welbeck and Iwobi, I've mentioned this on this channel before. I think they work great together. And I think if you start Welbs from the very start and then maybe sub him towards the end and probably replace him with someone like a Jeffrey Adelaide, I think that's probably the way to go. But I think start him from the very get-go. Let's see what he's got. I think all being well, and if we play to our capability, It will be a difficult game, but I expect us to win 2-0. And that's pretty much my entire thoughts on it. So I'm out of here. I'm about to go celebrate my birthday. Thank you for some of the birthday wishes that I've already got over Twitter. And yeah, I guess that you guys will next see me on with Robbie Richmond, probably on Sunday now. That Sunday is my one free day this weekend. So I'll leave you guys to it. Take care. Peace.